G'day guys, Wayne from Australian Earthmoving. I'm here with a mate of mine, Reid Gibson from CJD Equipment. Of course, they are the Volvo dealership around Australia. Not just Volvo, SDLG, Kenworth Trucks, long list, and I don't think anyone's a stranger to CJD Equipment. So we're at Diesel Dirt and Turf Expo and they've got some of their offerings here, and I wanted to quickly see what is on display and get an overview. Yep. How are you, Reid?
Good
to
Wayne.
see you,
Nice
mate.
to see you, mate. It's been a while.
Let's start with the Duck.
Cool. We'll head
I
over
love
here.
these things.
Yep.
And what have you got? The EWR 170E. Tell me about it.
So we've got the EWR 170E. We've got the full package here with the two-piece boom and the steel wrist tilt rotator. And yeah, the wheeled excavator, hey, it's come a long way in recent times.
So I would say just 10 years ago, that was an ugly word.
Yep.
Operators or earth movers were scared of them. It's yeah, they just weren't accepted. And I was watching guys tracking up hills for a kilometre.
Yep.
On their tracks and getting the job done.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I was actually in Sweden, actually for Volvo, and I'm watching these things everywhere with
Yep.
tilt rotators, funnily enough, that also weren't accepted here.
Right, correct.
And they're essentially the same machine, yeah?
Yep, they are, mate. The same machine, same engine, same cab. On this one, the wheels really allow the machine to be more mobile and travel over long distances or to new locations and new job sites. So you don't have all the transport costs that you used to have trying to get a tracked machine around. You still got the stability with the outriggers and the blade, and with the tilt rotator on the front, really provides that full package.
I think that was the concern. A lot of people talked about stability.
Yep.
And, you know, of course, you know, you have the right machine for the right job, but they are stable, they are rock solid, aren't they?
Yeah, they are rock solid. Yep. So Alan Foley in WA, he uses them driving up and down the main roads. You'll see him on the side there. He'll go up hills, bits and pieces, what he needs to do, but they're plenty stable, especially with the blade and the outrigger.
We met with Alan. Okay, so we met with him a month ago. You're going to read it in the magazine in about a month. So that is how these things work, of course. But Alan Foley, legendary operator in WA, and he's got 12 of these things, probably more now because I know
by now.
he hinted to me he was buying more.
Yeah.
And they look amazing, all wrapped up, and real serious operator. And that's exclusively he uses wheeled.
Yep, just wheeled excavators. Yep.
And man, the work he's getting done is insane.
He's an efficient man. He's buying more and more machines very rapidly. So yeah,
efficiency is the key.
It is the key.
So it's funny that something that was not accepted only 10 years ago is now you're seeing them left, right, and centre. Of course, all the details, we can go right into the details. You call the guys at CJD and they'll give you every details. What we're trying to do is a quick overview.
Cool.
Let's move on
around
because I do want to
get around to every machine here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. So we've got the ECR 58 here, which is our reduced swing 5.5 tonner excavator. Really notable. It's just real spacious inside, and the serviceability to maintain the machines, yeah, top class really. So that's the highlight of this machine.
Pretty popular size. What do people like about the Volvo?
About the Volvo, yeah, as I said, it's really about the comfort. Fuel efficient, it's a very fuel efficient machine. It's very comfortable and spacious, and easy to maintain and service as well. So it's really the full package. Yeah,
the serviceability is something a lot of people like about the Volvos that they tell me, and the comfort, you know, they are a top tier machine. You pay accordingly.
Yeah.
There are cheaper machines available, but if you want that real high level comfort and smooth operation,
that's it.
Through CJD, of course, you're getting that service.
Yep, and it's backed nationally by CJD and their support branches and support networks. So that's another big bonus of the Volvo as well in Australia.
Mega. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Around here.
Where are we going? This way.
This way, mate. We can come around here. Not a problem. So in front of me here we have our EC300EL. So within our 25 to 35 tonne excavator range here, they now come in the hybrid, as you see the big flag here, and hybrid option. So it's a hydraulic hybrid setup. It has an accumulator on the boom down motion and an assist motor for the hydraulic pump, and that just promotes better hydraulic efficiency for the machine, saving your fuel costs. So about 15 to 17% on fuel cost savings with the hybrid options
Due
on
to the
excavator
motors.
range, due to the hydraulic efficiency.
Right. So, how long have you been doing that for? That's
They're reasonably new, these products. We've sold a couple into the market, but only a couple of years we've had the hydraulic hybrid available.
what do people like about that?
It really comes down to the total cost of ownership of the machine. So you'll get fuel savings back. It might cost a bit more up front, but you'll have a more efficient machine with lower maintenance costs, and then you'll return money in your pocket that way by efficiency of the machine.
Is that giving you increased flow, or like is it more about the efficiency?
It's
or
more
is it...
about just the demands of the hydraulic pump, and then you're getting the hydraulic efficiency of the machine.
So that's got to make it easier for the machine.
Yeah, easier for the machine to run, and yeah, fuel money saved back in the pocket.
In theory, cost-wise, is it a bigger outlay to start with?
Yeah, so that they are a bit more expensive up front, with the idea that you'll return your costs over the duration of the machine.
I would imagine that would certainly appeal, even on resale, you know, if it's got those newer features.
Yep.
That's the way it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So we have electric machines and hydraulic hybrids, and I'm sure in due time all kinds of technologies will be explored to just really improve the efficiency of machines, really.
I know you're not in the engineering department for Volvo, but they've always been at the forefront of technologies. And
that's right, and that's what we have on display here today, a full suite of all the new products and where they're headed.
So that's really interesting. You know, 30-ton excavators, they're probably the most popular size machine, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say the
Between
mid
13s and...
Yeah, probably around that 20 to 25 tons, quite popular.
Yep.
And then on the wheel loader side, it's not too dissimilar. About a 20 tons, very common.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you would have to think if they're doing that in the most popular sizes,
Yep.
it would flow on through the range.
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's the way we're going.
That is. Should we have a look at the wheel loader behind us here?
I think so, because I mean, we
back
can ramble on about the how wonderful and comfortable they are, but you got to find that out yourself. You go and test drive whatever machine.
Yeah.
Volvo's known for that sort of thing, but the hybrid's interesting. So
It is.
again, call your local CJD dealer. There's I should know this. How many branches are there?
About 20 odd branches across the country.
Yes, so 20 odd and growing every day. So the mighty wheel loader, you guys own the wheel loader market, don't you?
Yeah, so the wheel loader is our most common product here. Probably the one standout feature on the front here would be the torque parallel TP linkage, which just provides excellent visibility from the cab for your working area. You've got your Volvo attachment bracket for all your attachments, and that visibility and the even parallel torque and movement throughout the lifting range is the benefit here when you're doing certain tasks. But this particular one here is our L70H2, which is the newest model, more fuel efficient and a more efficient machine. It's got the Copilot 2 coming as standard. Through that, it allows you to Volvo's productivity services. So through that, to use their load assist and whatnot, and have options there. You can also choose between the engine to which engine you want to utilise as well.
Efficiency seems to be the pattern that I'm picking up on.
Yeah. So technology and efficiency is what it comes down to. Yeah.
Why do people go for Volvo wheel loaders? Why are you so strong? Articulated haulers?
Yep.
You just flat out don't see anything else. I know there's other people making them, but it's the articulated haulers and the wheel loaders.
Yeah, it is.
People don't even seem to look at anything else. And the guys that have them, I know they don't.
Yeah, it is. We have a lot of very loyal customers, and it does come down to the efficiency and just the suitability for the task. So as I said before, the linkage design and how it works with all the attachments, the visibility is a really big thing, depending on the tasks that the machine's doing. For this particular size machine, your tool carriers where they're switching between attachments, it's really important to have good visibility.
Yep. You're just on the technology side of things too. All the machines are now pretty much coming standard.
Yep. Yeah. So they're slowly integrating the technology and coming as standard with the machine, just to get everything on the same page and put all the technology in one place so that it's accessible for everyone as well, to have all the hardware, and then it transfers over to the software.
So that's smart truck What are the advantages? Just quickly, whilst we're standing in the shade, I'm liking not being in the sun. Tell me about Smart Track and some of the tech things that are in the machines.
So this one here's got your load assist software.
Well, tell me. So I'll put you on the spot.
I'm probably not the best.
Oh no, I'm just going a real rough overview because if you really want to find out, of course you go to the website or you talk to your rep. But I just know you can see the pattern of efficiency and technology is a big focus for Volvo. So that's why I ask about it.
No, it definitely is.
Let's not spend all day talking about it.
We'll move on.
Talk to your rep. 20 branches.
Yep.
Like that is a good, not just Volvo, the guys I talk to, they're just as passionate about their dealer, CJD Equipment. 50 years in business, privately owned. I don't really know of many other companies like it. It's astounding.
It's a bit unique for the size of business, I suppose. And we've got over a 30-year partnership with Volvo now, so that's it's really strengthened over the years, and it allows for us to really handle that dynamic well, I suppose.
What I really want to talk to you about is electric machines, because that's I think it's, I don't want to say controversial, but it's probably divided. It's you know, it's something that gets a lot of interest.
That's right.
You got the bonnet up.
Yeah, so the bonnet's up on this one. So people have been asking a lot of questions about the two electric machines we have on stand here. So this one here just landed on Monday. It's landed in Sydney here. It's our 5-ton wheel loader, and it's fully electric, battery powered, this one. So you can see the battery packs in the back here. So it's got 6 battery packs. It's a 48 volt system. It's got 40 kilowatt hours of battery capacity. You'll get about 6 hours of run time approximately on this.
Right, because that's something I was going to ask about, the run time. Everyone knows a diesel machine, you know, like that's what we've been using forever. So that's where I say it's probably divided. Something new comes in, like a wheeled excavator or technology, a hybrid hydraulic system. You got to ask questions. Of course, there's all the airy-fairy stuff of efficiency and all of that, but 6 hours, you're saying runtime?
Yeah, so it's 6 hours of continuous runtime. The electric motor, so it has 2 electric motors. So the battery system's connected to one for the working hydraulics on the machine, and the second one for the driveline. So when you're not operating the machine, the electric motors won't consume any battery.
Right.
So you're only using energy for the time that you're actually using the machine, and it will auto shut off after you've stopped using the machine.
Okay, so 6 hours is pretty good. I thought it was a bit less than that, which would have been a problem. You know, if you've got an hour and a half, well, it's it's sort of useless. And you hear about Tesla cars only being able to drive to
a certain amount of distance.
Across the city, and you're done for. That's 6 hours hard working, 6 hours continuous?
6 hours of continuous runtime, and then around the side here, I think the doors are locked at the moment, but you have 2 charging options. So you have your Type 2 plug, which is for your alternating current charge via the onboard charger here.
Okay.
So that'll complete a charge depending on the access to power, about 6 hours for an overnight charge.
Right. So because that's fine. 6 hours. I thought it was 12 hours. So 6 hours is pretty quick.
6 hours if you have access to 3-phase power. Yeah, so it depends on the access to power. But you can charge it with your standard 240 volt 10 amp. And that'll take closer to 10 to 12 hours for a full charge. So
overnight, you finish work at 6 o'clock and it's ready the next morning?
Ready the next morning.
In your standard 240 volt? And you've got a full charge? Full charge.
Charge it anywhere. It's got a fast charge plug as well to directly charge the batteries. For that, you need an off-board charging system. That'll complete a full charge in about an hour and a half.
Right. So that's a game changer.
That is. That's where you can, you know, if you're going to operate the machine for longer than the 6 hours we mentioned before, that's where you can utilise the fast charger, maybe at lunch break or whenever you have some downtime, and get a longer day's work out of the machine.
An hour and a half, and you're back. You're back
working from your full battery capacity.
Right. And so that's just a fast charger pack that you need to
you can purchase it through us, and we can provide the fast charge solution as well in a package with a machine.
So that's in your lunch break, you go down and get a burger and then you're back in business.
Perfect. Yep, that's the idea.
Because I know everything's, especially Volvo, and not to take away from you all the nice think of the planet, and of course we all want to reduce our carbon footprint, but I think guys using these, they own their business and they're doing it for the dollars. So, and downtime, you know, everyone tells me, not everyone tells me, we all know downtime is just murderous.
It can be a killer. Yep.
Yeah, and if your machine runs out, like if your machine runs out of diesel,
yep,
in about an hour and a half, you can race down, fill up the tank.
Fill up the tank and you're back in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Another thing on what you mentioned is that I suppose back into the cost savings is electricity can be cheaper than fuel, so you'll get some running costs, lower running costs on the electric machine. The electric system's also completely maintenance free, so you'll just have your hydraulic oil and filters and some coolant, and then a bit of greasing around the machine, and you'll have not as much maintenance costs.
Yeah, you're not changing filters, are you?
Yeah, so that's it. No fuel filling or filters, and engine related maintenance.
Right, that is pretty awesome. So how about, again, I'm trying to throw some pepper at you, Reid, because I want to ask the questions that people want to ask.
Yeah.
I can see the benefits. If you're on a demolition site, you can't have emissions. If you're working on a golf course or something like that, you know, you need the quiet operation.
Yeah.
So as opposed to me giving you pepper, what are questions that you're being asked? What are people?
Yeah, so I suppose the upfront cost, they are considerably more expensive upfront.
50%?
Yeah, close 1.5 to 2 times the price of a diesel approximately. It really depends on the machine that you're comparing it to. Over time, we're noticing that the products will become more cost effective as battery technology improves, and therefore the transport of the batteries and the weight and all that will reduce, and then they'll become a more cost-effective solution. So we're noticing an uptrend in the capacity of battery systems.
But that's the initial outlay you're talking about. You're not talking about the efficiency. Well, you've got cost savings there.
You've got cost savings there. Depending on where you're getting your power from, it is cheaper than fuel to run the machine at an hourly rate. So you'll recuperate costs through that as well, and get a full idea of your total cost of ownership of the machine. Yeah,
like I know councils are really favouring these, and if you've got one, you're more, like it's a great pitch to get council work.
Yep. There's a lot of councils and shires and that who are looking into some sustainable alternatives. You've got, because they've got no emissions, if you're operating indoors where you need fume extraction practices in place, this will eliminate the need for that, so you can get in and out quicker, and it will be a viable solution indoors. Also noise sensitive areas, so the noise levels on these are significantly lower than a diesel machine, so it'll allow you to operate at night time or inner cities or locations where noise sensitivity can be a problem as well. Additionally to that, we've got a lot of bigger companies who are aligning themselves with the Paris Agreement and the Science-Based Target Initiative. So they need to reduce their impact they're having on the environment and purchase some sustainable alternatives. So they're looking at some electric machines as well, and passing on that responsibility to their contractors as well. So they're starting to reach out and ask questions.
But they're not doing it for the fun of it or for the feel good. It's the bean counters that are saying what's going to get us more work, what's going to give us a better margin.
That's it, and it's the flow down cycle of that.
Yeah, correct. It is. So tell me about the stability and like the operation of them. It's all the same.
So dimensions wise and specs wise, they've got the exact same performance specs wise as the diesel equivalent, and the exact same dimensions as well. So that's all the same. They are slightly heavier due to the battery system being a little bit heavier than a diesel engine. That can be a good thing and provide a little bit more stability for the machine in different instances, for sure. Otherwise, operationally, they are a lot more reactive because there's no torque delays with a combustion engine that you'd see. The electric battery system here is directly connected to the two electric motors powering the driveline and the hydraulics. Because of this, the machine's really reactive, instant reaction, and also instant torque on the torque curve as well. So to operate the machine, very reactive. And then with the braking, it has regenerative braking, where the electric motor will slow itself down, so you won't need to apply the brakes. And because of that, it'll convert the kinetic energy of the machine back into the battery system, and you'll recover some energy when coming to a stop as well.
Yeah, I can see a bit more weight isn't going to hurt. That can be a positive. You know, that'll add to the stability and a lot of things. That I see as a positive. If something goes wrong though, you can't jump out and
Do it yourself.
Tell me about the maintenance and spare parts availability, all of those sort of things.
Yeah, so we've our spare parts have all been put in place to ensure that we can back up and support these machines. We've got everything with an orange wire that you see here, or with a hazard symbol, shouldn't be touched by anyone other than a CJD representative who's authorised to work on the machine. But we've got guys trained up, ready to kick into action and service any electrical problems. They are maintenance free, so there won't be any maintenance on them. So it's just if any kind of issue pops its head, then they're ready to go.
And all branches have a guy
Yeah, all
trained?
major branches have had training, and that'll continue on as the population of these machines grow as well.
Yep. Okay, what else? What else can I find? Like, they look good, but doesn't any new machine look good? Well, they just do. It's got the build quality that you would expect from a Volvo.
Yep.
It's got the familiar design that we know from Volvos.
Yeah, it's still the same care cab, really, but there is a few adjustments. There's a new HMI display where you can go in there and change, the sensitivity of the machine, because it's very sensitive. You can change the flow of the hydraulic lines and customise it to your needs and select between work modes. It's got this jog wheel up there, so you can easily navigate throughout the display and change the settings. On top of that, it's all fed back to the Volvo application, where you can see all your data. So we can set customers up with an application. They can see the location of their electric machine, how much charge it has or remaining, and whether the machine's on charge or not, things like that, just to promote the visibility for people who are purchasing these machines and operating them.
And have you got them out working? How many buyers, not how many machines have you sold, but you've already got customers, don't you?
We do, yeah. So our initial stock's really just arriving, but we have sold one unit on the west coast of Australia to a customer, Allworks, and they're doing a rail line extension.
Awesome.
Where the wheel loader here is putting everything into place, and the boys are using that on an extension project for the rail line.
Have you had, I know we're talking about, I'm trying to get feedback on something that's literally been in the country.
Yeah.
It's weeks, not months or years,
Very new, yeah. So we've only really just delivered it. So part of that process is ongoing communication to get the feedback from how the machine's going for them.
I'm sure they would have done all of their research and all of that. The excavator, let's quickly look at the electric excavator. I'm guessing much the same thing, all the same features and attributes of reduced maintenance.
Yep.
6 hour work time, is it the same?
It's about 4 to 5 hours of operation time on this one, so it's a little bit less. You've just got the three battery packs in this one, smaller, more compact kind of a design, and just the singular electric motor for the hydraulic pump. So a little bit simpler than the wheel loader, but the same concept.
It's a third of the size too.
Yeah, it's much smaller.
If not even smaller.
Yeah.
So what'd you say, about 3 to 4 hours?
About four or so hours of runtime on this one.
Okay, and can you do the fast charger on that as well?
So you've got the fast charge plug on the back here.
Yep.
Same concept with an off-board fast charging system. Or you've got your standard Type 2 charge plug on the side for the overnight charge.
So if you're using a machine, take away the fast charger, but not everyone is on them, especially these open cab ones. No one uses an open cab for 12 hours a day.
No, that's it. So a lot of operators might be in and out of a machine this size throughout the day and not in it for the full day. So in that instance, you might, if you actually look at the hours of actual operation time, it's probably closer to half of the day or maybe a third of the day, and just jumping in the machine when they need to utilise it. If someone's operating it all day long, then the recommendation would be to utilise the fast charge plug over a lunch break potentially, and try and get you through the full day.
Yeah, I shouldn't say no one is. Of course there's a lot of people using these machines all day, every day, but again, fit for purpose, the right machine for the job.
Yep.
This is the open cab. You got an enclosed cab?
So on this one, there is an option from factory for a closed cab. On the wheel loader, it's just the closed cab option, so there's no canopy option on the wheel loader.
Aircon, all the fruit?
So these particular machines do not come with air conditioning at this point. So that's
Canopy
one of the
fitted?
limitations. So that's why we've opted in for the canopy fit on the excavator.
That makes sense.
Promote the airflow.
That makes sense. What can I pick apart? This is going on YouTube, so in the comments, let me know, or you can contact any of the guys at CJD, your local rep, and ask them, because there's a lot of questions. I think I can absolutely see the benefits, and so I'm not asking those questions, and I'm sure a lot of people can see the benefits in having reduced maintenance, quieter, and all of those.
Correct.
But you know, they're the obvious things. You know?
And I think that's the thing, Wayne. It's not going to be for everyone at the start as well. There's, I think that's, and even as part of a process from our part, it's really making sure that customers who are going to opt in for these machines, it's a real fit for purpose, so that we can start off on the right foot and make sure that customers are happy with the machine that they're in.
But you're not going to buy a wheel loader to dig a trench, or it's fit for purpose, like you say.
Yep.
And I am certain there's a lot of people, this is like a hallelujah moment.
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier about a demo site in the shopping centre where they have to put all the barricades up, and the amount of soundproofing they had to do.
Yeah.
And it was mainly around the machines and these huge extractor fans to get the fumes out, because it was a functioning shopping centre. You know, there's people shopping literally on the other side of the plyboard.
Yeah.
This would be one of those hallelujah moments.
That'd be perfect. So those indoor kind of settings that you're talking about would be perfect, as well as other indoor settings like underground mines where all the electric infrastructure's in place down there. It limits as you say, promotes better health for the workers in the environment and limits the need for fume extraction systems as well. So perfect solution.
Absolutely awesome. What else can I give you a pepper about? You know, I'm a fan of you guys. You know, I'm a fan of Volvo, so I'm trying not to fan out on the stuff. Particularly, you know, like the hybrid stuff, that 30 tonner, that's a beauty. But
it's a ripper.
I think we've covered off enough for this. Of course, go to your local CJD branch. Or visit the website, cjd.com.au. There's a stack of, you've got your YouTube channel, there's a stack of really great videos.
Yep.
And I'll put all those links. But pretty exciting to see the direction, unsurprisingly from Volvo, and unsurprisingly from CJD to be right at the forefront of the technologies. Yeah. And so really appreciate your time.
Cool.
Appreciate your time.
Cool. Thank
you,
Wayne.
mate.
It's been a pleasure.
Catch you soon.
I'll talk to you next time.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.